your home search will go so much better. You'll be more organized and there'll be much less chance that you'll make a mistake and end up with a house that doesn't ultimately fit all your needs if you just take a few minutes and use this dream home checklist. So the way it works is you get 100 points and you get to allocate those 100 points however you want throughout all the different features and components that your home might have. So, for example, a friend of mine was looking for a second home near, they would use the second home. She and her husband were going to use the second home to go to games, to go to football games in this town where they used to live or where they used to go to school. So the most important thing to them really was location. And then it would be nice, obviously, for having to have a dishwasher, for example, so that they wouldn't have to do dishes while they were on vacation, or, little things like that all came secondary to location. So she told me she was going to put 50 points value for location and then distribute the other ones amongst just some different, maybe size and some different amenities and stuff. So that hopefully will give you some idea of what we're talking about. So I'm going to show you the spreadsheet right now. I'm going to share my screen because we're on Zoom and we can do stuff like that. Okay. So if you look right now, this is the blank one basically. So it's got some ideas for you. You can list some different towns, and maybe one town you like better than another might have a better possible amount of points, certain amenities, and you would put these in. This is 100% your tool. You're going to do it however you want. And you can also do, like, for example, fixer upper. Some people might like that. Other people, they might want to take points away for that. If it's new construction, add points, yards, So all these things, and this is just an idea. Like I said, you can 100% make this your tool. So there's an example on the next tab, just to give you some ideas again. So the features are going down, and then the addresses of the different homes that this person saw are going across the top of the page. So the location, there's a maximum of 10 points, but the different towns, they don't all get in this scenario. This person said, if this particular house, if the house is in Burlington, I'm going to love it. I want to give it a 10 for location. And then Billerica, a little further from work, Tingsboro, a little further, and then Methuen, really far from work. These are all towns that they would consider, but they don't all get the same weighting. So the same house, one in Burlington and one in Methuen, the Burlington house 100% is going to win because it gets a higher location rating. Okay, here are some amenities that this person really wanted to have. So they took a maximum of 10 points if the house had all these amenities, and then allocated them. Like if they had a fireplace, really, that's awesome. You get 3 points for a fireplace, 2 for dishwasher, etc. This person didn't want a fixer-upper, so they took away 10 points. Doesn't mean they wouldn't consider buying a fixer-upper, but they wanted to take into consideration the more work, the more difficulty that they would have in owning the house. And so a new construction gets a brand new, beautiful, right out of the gate, never been lived in, that gets 10 points. Yard or outdoor space, possible 10 points based on how good it is, how big it is, if it's already fenced in, things like that. Garage spacing for 2 was worth 10 points. So for example, in the first house only had garage space for 1. So it got half of that. The next one had garage space for 2, but it really wasn't, very roomy, whatever. The person didn't like it as much. You're going to have all these different opportunities to add different things. What's important? I want to have a level lot. I want to have a fenced in the yard. So this is the perfect house score. It would be in Burlington. It would have a fireplace, a dishwasher, central air, gas heating. It would be new construction, have a great yard, garage parking for 2, more than 3 bedrooms, more than 2 bathrooms, an office, a nice basement, a renovated kitchen, a level lot, a fenced in lot, a finished basement, and attic storage. So that's the perfect house. That gets 100. And then these other houses, this is how they rate it. So obviously the first house, 32, we're not going to be buying that one. But this allows you to see the houses side by side. And what might happen as you do that is that you might find that houses that you don't like that much are getting higher scores, and you're going, what? And that will force you to go back and reevaluate. It's so valuable to do this if you have if you're going to be living with other people. So even if you're going to have a roommate situation or you have children, take your time and really have everybody fill this out, even if you have to work with your kids to do it together, because it's honest to God, it's going to save you a ton. I know it's hard. It's when you get into it, it's so emotional. When you actually start looking for a house, it's so emotional. So like in the situation of my friend, she says, oh, the most important thing is we want to be near this place. We want to be near the arena. We want to be, ideally we could walk to it. That would be perfect, fantastic. And then when they start looking at houses, they say, well, this house is a little farther away and it is a 15-minute drive, but maybe we should still get it because it's so beautiful and it's bigger and it's this, that, and the other thing. And then they're going to, because they have the spreadsheet, they're going to have to go back and say, oh, you know what? This house doesn't get a good of a score. Is it really most important for us to have a location? And you go, yes, that's why we're going. If when we get, we'll have our own big, beautiful house. This is our second home. And the most important thing is it's near the field. That's what we want. It just like brings everybody back to reality. So please take the time and do it. You won't be sorry.